Corrupt lawmakers and corrupt law enforcement are a toxic combination for the nation. But I fear they are not the only moral problems we face. Donald Trump referred to a deep state. This was an entrenched government bureaucracy that did its own thing. As president, Trump was supposed to be the head of the executive branch of government. Almost all government employees report to him. Through elections and other constitutional processes, he is accountable to the American people. These employees must be accountable to the president, or they become accountable to nobody but themselves. I'm sure some see Donald Trump's deep state as a conspiracy theory. Technically, everyone in government is accountable to the president, but as a practical matter, many clearly act as though they are not. Corruption exists beyond deep state conspiracy theories. Routinely, we learn of wasteful government spending on perks for people who supposedly are public servants. Even the General Services Administration, which is supposed to root out such abuses, has succumbed to them. I have managed 9 food service establishments. New York City is the only place where health inspectors have not indicated a willingness to trade sexual favors for a good health inspection. I was consistently shocked not just at the willingness of health inspectors to solicit bribes, but that their preference was for sexual favors instead of cash. Whether or not a food service establishment faces fines and possibly is prohibited from doing business is largely based solely upon what a health inspector claims he witnessed upon visiting an establishment. The assumption is that health inspectors tell the truth, but that they are moral people. Disgustingly, I have found many not to be. Our government at every level is filled with inspectors and others who wield power over citizens. Some have positions like the health inspectors, where their word carries significant weight. Others merely control a crucial piece of the bureaucracy, and they have the power to fast-track something, to slow-walk it, or to lose it. In a testament to the morality of our nation, most of these government employees conduct themselves honorably. However, we also find routine stories of government workers betraying the public trust for their own gain. Public sector unions wield tremendous power and often little accountability. Their efforts to protect their members from termination also mean that the citizens their members allegedly serve, who are taxed to pay their salaries, have little ability to hold their members accountable. We are seeing some of this right now as teachers' unions hold school districts hostage to unreasonable demands for returning to in-person learning. Even liberal celebrities like Oprah Winfrey got behind the documentary feature film Waiting for Superman, which is a strong indictment of some of the ways teachers' unions have destroyed public education and ruined generations of children. I have heard teachers complain about the many idiotic work rules that hamstring their efforts to do right by their students. Many do not know these rules are part of their contract, but that's because many teachers have never read their hundreds of pages long contract. For them, their vote in favor of the contract is a rubber stamp and a necessity for being allowed to do a job many of them genuinely like. Many of the people running labor unions do not do the jobs the people they allegedly represent do. Often they are paid far more than the members they allegedly represent. Both public and private sector unions have at times found themselves under the control of organized crime. We still have many good, moral people who work as our public servants. I even believe that some labor unions are still needed. But many are corrupt, and many union leaders particularly are. Certainly, we've always had some level of corruption in government and in our society. If everyone always did the right thing, we would not need police, judges, or prisons. But we do. Good people are still easy to find in our nation, but I worry that trends are moving in the wrong direction. Widespread corruption has undermined many governments, and I do not want to see that happen here. All of us need to act honorably and to root out those who are corrupt. The continued success of our nation depends on it.